Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Paint Eagle's Foolcraft series. I'm playing on Aira Plays game server, and this is gonna be good. Alright, so as you can see here, we're in a little bit of a different location than we were last time. If we take a look around, yeah, there's no more of that big green rock and the desert's not here. Well, what happened, and I'll show you real quick as I'm telling you this. Logged in today to start recording, and I noticed that I was right next to someone else's base. Right there, they had their base, and I was less than 50 blocks away from their front door. So I decided to gather up everything that I'd gathered, throw it in these Hermitron cases. I only had the pink one at the time, and zip across. And so I traveled for a bit, just back and forth carrying all my gear, and I set up this little place here. And since I've been here, I cleared out an area, got some farming going, found a weapon case, pulled out a really cool sword that I'll show you in a bit. I was able to build my Tinker Smeltery, and yeah, after that I was doing some resource gathering, getting ready for this episode, and I dug us a mine. So I've got a mine that goes all the way down to bedrock. So today, I think the first thing we're going to do is we are going to work on mining out a little bit of the stuff that we have in bedrock. So now that we're back, let me show you what I'm going to do to mine out everything in bedrock. So for mining, one of the first things we need is sugarcane. It's very important. You can't mine without it. Oh. And this pack does not have any SNAD, which, in case you don't know, sugarcane does not need to be on sand to grow. It doesn't grow any faster on sand. It's just as fast on dirt. But there's a mod that someone made that includes an item called SNAD. And it looks like sand, it acts like sand, but it causes sugarcane to grow at about twice the rate. So, now we got our sugarcane. Next, we need to start making some patterns. So we're going to use some Tinker stuff, and we're going to make a bunch of patterns because the tool that I want to make is a Tinker's tool. So we'll do this. It's a tool station. Let's see, tool station, I'll put right here. And I think at this point that I'm going to need some more wood. I don't want to use that log there. Just see if I have any logs up here. I got this one. I'm still going to have to go get some more wood. So I'll show you what I'm doing there. But look, we got the part builder. There we go. Throw that right there. And then I've been growing some trees down there, so I'll grab a little bit of metal and make a new axe. You just go right over here, and you can see with all these joined together, you can cycle through the crafting station and the tool station and the part builder, and when we get the rest of them built, we'll be able to craft through even more, or cycle through even more. Looks like I'm just going to need to go gather this by hand the old-fashioned way. That's what happens when you're a little negligent on your axe management. Oh yeah, and I got these slime shoes. They really were a huge help when it came to traveling back and forth and getting all my gear. And they have definitely saved my life a couple times when it came to falling down into who knows where. It's great. You just bounce right back up. Let's see, I want 2 of them. And what parts do I still need? I need a stencil table, and I need a pattern chest. So for the first one, the pattern chest down there, and let's see what it takes to make a stencil table. So I think I need one of these, like that, stencil table. Yep, stencil table. And then, like this, chest with a pattern on top. And we got a pattern chest. Stick that under there, because there really is no reason to ever really need to access that directly. Stencil table right here. Come on. Ah, of course it moves. And I'm making a mess. Alright. Stencil table. We'll fill that with stencils. And we want a pickaxe head. We want a tool rod pattern. And we want a binding pattern. Bring that to... come on. Oh, why is this... This is not registering. Maybe I need to put it behind it. Let's see if this works out. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we can stick all of these into the pattern chest. Come on. Alright. And then we can make them. So we're going to use the sugarcane, and we're going to make an entire pickaxe out of paper. So let's see if that's enough paper to make a pickaxe out of. Alright, we've got pickaxe head, a pickaxe tool rod, and a pickaxe binding. Now, we go over here, we can turn these into a paper pickaxe with 7 modifiers. Look at all the paper we have left. Oh, come on. There we go. Look at that. 47 paper left. Alright. So with these 7 modifiers, we're going to do something a little bit crazy. I got a little bit of lag going on. I prepared this earlier. Got a bunch of obsidian. Obsidian is actually really easy to make. You take water and lava in buckets. You can just dump them right into there. Let me show you real quick. So, if you look over here, you can see I've got nothing in my smelter. If I take a bucket of lava, come on. There we go. Bucket of lava. You can see it through the tank in there. And if we look through here, you can see we got a bucket of lava in there. Now let's grab a bucket of water. We'll stick that in the same drain. These drains go either way. Oh. And then take a look. It all turned into obsidian. Look, molten obsidian, 1 block. And we can just go over here, dump it out, and look at that. It's all cooling, it's hardening up. We're making obsidian. There we go. That's a block of obsidian. Alright, so now that we have all of this, what are we going to use it for? Well, if you take a cast and surround it with obsidian, you get a reinforcement modifier. And if you put the reinforcement modifier on the pickaxe, it gains level of reinforced. And each level of reinforced gives it a 20% chance to not take any damage. So reinforced 3. Come on. Look, reinforced 80% now. Reinforced, what does it say? Unbreakable. This pickaxe will now never break. And we still have 2 more modifiers that we could throw on it. Oh. Did it not? There we go. Unbreakable. Let's take a quick nap. We can sleep. And now, I made these 2 little trapdoors. One of them has a ladder. It goes down underground. The other one has no ladder. And now we're down at bedrock. So, fun thing about this pack is it's got Vein Miner in it. So if you have Vein Miner and an unbreakable tool, check out what happens here. Here we go. Look at that. Just clears out the whole area. And it upgraded. So we got another, let's see, did we get another open modifier? Yep, we got another modifier. So now we could do things like, if we found a bunch of redstone, we could throw redstone onto it and gather up a whole bunch, give it speed. And go through this a lot faster. Look at that. It's not breaking at all. What's that we got there? Doesn't look like diamonds. Now the only thing I'm really missing is some way to really quickly and easily, look, leveled up again, and here's redstone all over the place. But I'm missing a way to quickly and easily void all this cobble that I'm picking up. So this will eventually become an issue. So look, I already filled up my inventory. It'll eventually become an issue, but for now, I think I'm just going to leave it alone. If I find something I need, I'll just toss the cobble in a pile. But this really, when you have Vein Miner and Tinkers, this really is the best way to mine. Mana-infused ore from Thermal Foundation. Huh. I don't think I've dealt with that stuff before. So look, and it's super easy. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to toss... mine some more. I'm going to toss some of this cobblestone out. I'm going to pick up a bunch of that redstone. And I'm going to give this all the speed modifiers that I can. Oh, lapis ore. That's some good stuff. There's a bunch of iron. Make sure we're well lit down here. We don't want mobs spawning and killing us as we try to mine. Just toss a couple of these. And I really don't want to do this with a stone tool, because look what happens when I do this with my stone pickaxe. It's gone. It broke. But I can get all this redstone, no problem. And this redstone here. Oh, that wasn't a whole lot there in that chunk. Got a bunch of it there. Looks like I picked up a whole bunch of cobble again, though. Swap that out. There we go. And with 64, I don't know how many levels of speed upgrades can I actually apply. So for now, I'm not going to gather any of these ores down here. I'll come back another time, and I'll get those in between episodes. For now, I've actually spent a lot of time running around on the surface and just gathering up ores that I could find there. A couple shallow caves. I was able to find some good ores right on the surface. So that was a nice little find. And look, it also uses hunger when you vein mine like that. So, but that didn't use too much. And it's a great way to clear out a big area. A paper pickaxe with all that obsidian and gold reinforcement, that's the way to go. I'm going to give it some speed, show you how that works, and then got a couple more projects I'm working on today. I mentioned last episode that I wanted a good way to get ender pearls. Every time I play modded Minecraft, ender pearls are always the thing that eludes me. So I decided I'm going to do chickens. So I got a little started on chickens, and I'll show you what I've got so far, and we can see where we can go from there. So look at that. Haste. Can we give it haste too? Haster. Looks like we still have 3 modifiers on it though. So it's a little bit faster. Also, I set up these drawers over here so that when I gather up just basic stuff, cobblestone, gravel, any of this stuff that I'll gather up can go right into there, no problem. Alright, so let's take a look at chicken that I got. So this is a bone white chicken from More Chickens. And so far, he's given me some bone meal, a bone white chicken egg, that's nice, another bone white chicken egg. And they have tiers. So this is a 333. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to stick it, if that thing to get rid of, I'm going to stick it over here. Don't need that. And I'm going to let that hatch. Now normally, I'll show you real quick. You take a chicken egg and you throw it, nothing comes out. Chicken eggs in general, I believe, have a 1 in 16 chance to spawn a chicken egg, or a chicken from the egg. But with this nest, all you got to do is wait some time, and you're guaranteed that it'll hatch. Now, another thing you can do is if you stand on it, it'll go even faster. But you know what? I don't really have time for that. But what I want to work on is I want to make some more nests so I can hatch a bunch of chickens at once. And I want to make some more of these nesting pens. Because let me show you what I can do with a nesting pen. So let's take a look. We want ender pearl chickens. Ender pearl chickens. This one right here. Enderium ender pearl chicken. So it needs a diamond chicken, and it needs a nether wart chicken. So diamond chicken comes from a glass chicken and a gold chicken. Glass chicken comes from a nether quartz chicken and a redstone chicken. Nether quartz comes from bone white and iron. Now we've got bone white, so let's see what it takes to get iron. Iron takes bone white and flint. Now, usually, in most mod packs with more chickens, flint chickens can just be found in the end. But this one's got that disabled. So, or at least it has some of the chicken spawning disabled. So I was able to go and snag it from one of the other players on this server. It's actually a bit of a warehouse setup so that new players can get started with things. And I snagged the flint chicken. So I will be right back after I go and grab that. Alright, and I've got the flint chicken egg. So we can grow this real quick. Well, not exactly quick. Stick it in there. And the bone white chicken egg, to start that, I actually had to get some white dye, bone meal, and just surround the egg with it. So let's check out bone white. Take a look at how to craft this thing. An egg surrounded by white dye. And all the dye chickens are exactly the same. So in between episodes, I'll be gathering those up, making a whole bunch of chicken dyes. But I need another one of these nesting pens. Because if I want them to breed, gotta stick them next to each other in nesting pens. Actually, you can stick them next to each other just in the open, but I don't really want to do that. So nesting pens, let me check that, show you that real quick. The nesting pens are made with just wood around an egg nest, and an egg nest is made with 3 hay bale. So that's 27 hay that I need per nest. So I have been gathering up all the wheat that I can. That way we can get going and have some nests. Look, that whole crop only got me enough to make just enough. So I can turn this into 3 hay bales. Now look at that. It's an egg nest. Let's get a couple more. Some more wood. And there's a nesting pen. So once that little guy grows up, then we're going to stick him in this pen. Right next to the bone white chicken. See, he's giving me another 333. You know, I think once this guy hatches, I'm just going to replace him. Because this one doesn't have any sort of levels on him. When you make them, they don't have any levels. So they're basically just 111s. And let me see if I can... What are the 3 things that they give? So there's growth, gain, and strength. Growth, I am pretty sure that is how quickly they grow from being babies up until being adults. That may also affect how quickly they make new stuff. Because if you look at him, he's got 3, 2, 1, and a drop. There we go. He's give a drop of chicken manure and feathers. So growth may affect how quickly that drop happens. Gain is how much you get from it. So it's how much bone meal, all this stuff. And then strength, I'm pretty sure how that's how resistant they are to getting hurt. So real quick, I'm gonna sleep in my sleeping bag. Probably the best thing in any mod ever is that sleeping bag. You just pop it down, you're asleep, you get through the night, but it doesn't reset your spawn. So if you die, you come right back. Alright. Now, as you saw, the chicken had a modifier. It can be upgraded. Something else that can be upgraded, which I'm going to need a lot of, is seeds. So seeds are upgraded a little bit different. That's in the mod Foolcraft. So let's get this started up. For Foolcraft, I'm going to set up an area down by where that tree was that I gathered, and we'll make that our little farming area to try to upgrade our seeds. Hopefully those will be hatched soon. Another way to get those to hatch faster is if I put a redstone lamp over them. If I turn that redstone lamp on, it'll increase it, kind of just like a regular incubator. Where did I put those trees? All the way around the other side. Okay. So kind of like a regular incubator. It'll hatch them faster. I'm pretty sure that's actually the fastest way, is redstone lamps. So eventually, once I get to the nether and I get some redstone, that will be my strategy, is to set up redstone lamps. And you know what? It's not going to break. Might as well use it anyway. So I just want to get this. We can do, what, 15 long? I think 15 long should be good. So let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should go all the way to the end. Perfect. And then on this side, and alright, so there. So that's 8 both ways. You can just do them 8 long, and that's... I used to do it that way. Just 8 long, go across. There's really nothing wrong with that. It's an entirely reasonable method. But I just like this one better. You get a little extra room. You let things grow out longer. Let's see, I'll do 2 more this way. Fill all of this up. Actually, could go out. Can go out this way 2 more, 3 more. Yeah, I can go out to here. Yeah, let's do this. This one makes more sense. So that little bit of water there will be able to cover all the way to out here, I believe. Let's blow this up, see what we do. This, now look at this. It's good and long, but why do we even want it this long? What happens with Foolcraft? This will let me, there we go. Alright, what happens with Foolcraft is you place that down and you plant 1 seed on it. And we can just wait for that to grow. But then you place these down, and the seed will transfer along everyone that has the double one. And each time it transfers, it has a chance to get a little bit stronger. So it says it's not yet analyzed. That's okay. We'll probably make something to analyze it in a bit. But we're just going to let these grow for now. Oh. Gathered all those up. That's one danger of vein miner there. Is accidentally gather up the wrong thing. Yeah, but we'll just let these grow up. We can make a whole bunch of more of these agricraft things. They're super easy to make. Let's take these sticks. Come on. And form them like that. I don't know if this has the quick ability. You can just... Nope, doesn't look like it. So there's some that you can just right or hit shift and right click, and it'll do both. But this one doesn't seem to have that working, so we'll just have to do this the long way. But in my experience, it's often been that if you do about 30 long, then that's usually the best way to get them all the way up to 10, 10, 10. You get a really good selection of crops from it. You just go all the way. You can get out of there. Go all the way across. One thing I was looking for earlier is I wanted to know if the mod Immersive Engineering was in this pack, and unfortunately it's not. Immersive Engineering it's one of those packs that are really weird when you start out. And I remember the first time I played it, it was actually in a mod pack that was being advertised as a bunch of weird mods that no one ever plays. And I played it and it was fun, and now I'm seeing it pop up in mod packs everywhere. So I'm really glad that it's getting some recognition. But Immersive Engineering has an item called a garden cloche. And that basically is the most overpowered farming thing ever. You just give it power and water, and it just gives you all the plants that you want to farm over and over again forever. It's super magical. It does everything. But we don't have that here, so we're going to start out just by making some strong seeds, and eventually we're going to get into a little bit of auto farming. It's a little messier than a cloche, but it's still pretty good auto farming. We'll get all that set up. Let's see how this goes. Look at all the way out here. It's still getting hydrated. Oh, bit of a lag spike there. And hopefully, by the time this gets all the way around, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, did that go away on its own? Is that not getting hydrated there? Looks like it should get hydrated. But yeah, once this is fully grown, it has a chance to pop over. And it pops over with growth ticks. If you've ever done anything, with growth ticks, there's a lot of things that can affect growth ticks. And they're really great for... I got stuck on a block there. Okay. Adjusting growth ticks is a really great way to change how things grow. Bone meal does not affect growth ticks, it just gives an advancement in the growth stage. But this mod has something called crop farting. So I'll show you how that works. Come over by the crops, and you just hold shift. And you can see little puffs go as it grows a bit more, and it adds growth ticks to each thing. So it's trying to get over to here. Let's see if it'll go. And this is the longest part, getting these going, because this is most likely a basic level 111 seed. Oh, there it goes. And every time it goes, usually something, one of those three will increase by 1. So if we move 30, then we're pretty guaranteed that it's going to be all the way up. If you go less, yeah, I've seen them make it all the way in 10 or 15. Oh, and look at that. That's one issue with the crop farting mod. Every once in a while, you get a little bit of soilage. So this actually will help things grow faster. When we get a good collection of them, we can probably turn this track here with that to growing even faster. So for now, I'm going to let this run, but because it won't run when I'm not here, I am going to claim some of these chunks. So I've already claimed these where my main base is. Oh man, I'm right on a chunk boundary. So I'll claim these 4 here, and then go through again, keep them chunk loaded. Now all of this will stay loaded. Actually, I want to keep loaded my chickens as well. Let's see if I can... I probably have to go up and find them specifically, tell where they are. We can keep them loaded. Let's see if little flinty chicken... Oh, looks like baby bone meal chicken has hatched. Alright. Let's keep this area. Oh, and there's baby flinty chicken. Let's keep this area claimed and chunk loaded. Keep them growing. Alright. So, him... he is gonna have to go. I'm not going to kill him just yet, though. Take him out, and we'll stick him in this pen for now. He doesn't... We'll find something to do with him later. But you, little bud, going in here. If we look at him, we can see he's tier 1. He doesn't have a level yet. And when I snagged him, he still says tier 1. He doesn't tell you what his level is. And I completely forgot to check. But let them grow up. I believe you can make them grow up faster by feeding them seed. If I can figure out how. No, that's not it. Maybe they have to be out in the world. I'll stick them back in the pen and feed him the seed. And I keep doing that. I've got to shift right click with this net to pick them up. There we go. Stick him in there. Yeah, I definitely did an area of new chickens versus old chickens. So his growing cooldown down to 22 seconds. Look at that. He's in there, and I've got more seeds up this way because I have been doing what I can to farm as much as I can. Yeah, I got plenty of seeds. And while I'm here, I'm going to make another nest. See if this will load them all up. Oh, just short of making 3 more nests. I got 2 more nests. And you know what? One of these nests is going to go... Now they're all going to go straight into that chicken pen for growing up baby chickens. Let's get some sleep before the mobs come out and attack my chickens. Because they do not respawn when they die. So look, oh look! Looks like they both grew up. Alright. Throw that in there, and now these guys, he's got a flint chicken egg. Say the level, 556. We've got 333 and a 222, so we can get rid of these. Because we know that they're both lower than him. He's a 333. Yeah, I don't know what level you are. I wonder, does he drop raw chicken? Looks like he does, and a bone. So if you're ever wondering if a skeletal chicken drops its own flesh, the answer is yes. Yes, it does. Alright. Well, I think at this point, we've got iron chickens on their way. We'll kill this spider real quick. Got 2 hits. Got him. Alright. We got some iron chickens on their way. We are gonna... Ooh, man. That filled up everything. We don't need these eggs. We've got our seeds growing up big and strong. We have a paper pickaxe. We can just vein mine everything down below. And in between, I will be sure just to get something to get all of those all those wonderful ores down there. I'm going to have to build a new place for some trees. Maybe over there. I'll put it there. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it an episode. Thank you for joining me on today's adventure in Foolcraft. I'm Paint Eagle, and have a fantastic day.